Hey guys, this is our A.S.K Christmas Ben 10's Merry Christmas review. Thanks for watching. This is brought to you by A.S.K. Well, this starts off when they're in the rust bucket. It's very hot, and they ask Grandpa Max for more air conditioning. Then Ben turns into gray matter accidentally. Then he fixes air conditioning, makes it all hot in there. Then they get out and go into a snow-made place, which honestly is a pretty smart idea. Making this special in summer was pretty smart, and they gave it a few minutes, and it gives the episode a few minutes of good plot points. Then they start playing with the snow, with the whole snowballs and snow angels. They throw in a good joke with Grandpa Max and the snowballs. They walk around, and they see elves walking around, and they see reindeer too. Then they see, and it's so cold in here, they think it's made out of ice machines. Then they see all sorts of Christmas stuff like nutcrackers or elves, Christmas trees, all sorts of stuff. Then they go and have fun. They go ice skating, they go sledding, and Grandpa Max goes and gets some cocoa. Then some elves surround him. And this guy with an orb, whose name's Mr. Jingles, thinks he's Santa Claus, brings him in, and we all know what's gonna happen. He's the bad guy, obviously. They trap him up, dress him into a Santa Claus outfit, and it shows Gwen and Ben eating a gingerbread man and saying that he's having fun. Then it shows Mr. Jingles controlling Grandpa, which again isn't very Christmassy, but since it's an action show, I'll accept it. Then it shows these two opening some gifts and some nutcrackers going after them. It shows an elf helping them and them escaping. It shows Ben turning into accelerate when he wants to turn into something else. Then they accelerate on ice, which they did for the first time, so that's something good to see in Ben 10. Then the nutcrackers attack them, and they get plunged into snow. Accelerate gets up, has a snowball slaughterfest, as he calls it. And then they have fun with all the animation, and the elf tells them that they'll turn to elves if they don't go. And the animation crew thought it would be nice to make it into an elf, which is awesome. Then it showed Mr. Jingles making him laugh so that the elves will be more happy and work more, with a feather in his nose. Then it cuts to Gwen and Ben going and saying that picture is from 1932 of the elf whose name's Ellswood. Then they show Wildmutt getting in as a reindeer, and they say he's from Europe, which is an excellent joke right there. Then the Nutcrackers find out he's not from Europe, and they go and then they fight with the Nutcrackers. Then they fall off the train and go over here and meet near Grandpa Max, and he turns back to Ben, and they attack him. Then obviously they get to work, and there's a doll that spits out when you play with it. He needs a distraction so he can go help Grandpa, so they send that to birth on a reindeer. Then all the security guards go, and he turns to gray matter when he wants to turn to forearms, because that's how they used to do it back then. Then it shows Mr. Jingles seeing the gray matters on the loose, and gray matter tries to fight those dolls. Then he goes into the Jingulator, which is the device Mr. Jingles is using. They do some awesome animation twists like the video game. And then Gray Matter obviously fixes everything because he's smart. All of the robot controlled there turn off. And Gray Matter's like, oh yeah, who's a boss? Dab. And then Mr. Jingles gets mad, and he attacks him. And Mr. Jingle and Grandpa Max says, Christmas isn't about the holiday in which you give; it's the spirit in which you give. And then they show Stinkfly flying away as a reindeer, and it shows them going around the world and dropping presents in the middle of summer. Again, great jokes, great plot line. Then they arrive. Stinkfly turns back to Ben, and everything in the Snow Village turns back to normal. They turn back to normal. They show Ellswood and they make an awesome reference, and his Grandpa Max's quote was in the thing, and it shows a statue of Ellswood and Mr. Jingles. Then they make a joke about, oh, what fun it is to ride an air-conditioned sleigh, unair-conditioned. Be sure to subscribe, and this is where you can find